and you are eliminated, folks, timing that all throughout the course of the night. In heat number 1A tonight, as they roll into the Derby ring, in the 19 car, you'll see Daniel Barker of New Philadelphia. In the 878, Corey Pringle of Strasburg. In the 5 car, Kenny Jones from Newcomerstown. In the number 29, Ray Porter from Dover. In the 23, from the Twin Cities, Sissy Cohen. In the 30 car, Mark Rabel of Philly. In the 22, Shannon Boulder from Tuskegee. In the 4774, Marco Rossetti from Dover. In the 22X, Newcomerstown, David Moss. In the 915, Don Paley from Delroy. In the 130, Mike Savanka from Tippecanoe. In the V1, Daniel Heron from Urexville. In the number 4, Luke Laughlin from Dundee. In the 36, Mike Kidwell from Newcomerstown. In the 26, Mitch Moore from Port Washington. And in the 91, Urexville's Jeremy King. 16 cars tonight in Heat 1A of the 2010 Tuscarawas County Fair Demolition Derby. The majority of the cars you can see up on the north side of the Derby ring. Virtually everybody's still rocking and rolling out the Derby ring, which is a good sign. You need to pay your $5 to get in and watch these Jeep lamps 90 seconds now, did you? Stopped and now restarted. Some of the folks struggling to get their vehicles restarted. In the 23, Sissy Cohen from Urexville. The 4774, Marco Rossetti from Dover. In the 22, Shannon Bowler from Tusky. In the B1, Daniel Harris from Jericho. In the 91, Jeremy King from the Twin Cities. Philly's Daniel Barker in the 19. All still out, moving around to the Derby ring. Winners of each heat tonight battling for prize money and trophies as well. Mark Rabel also out in the 30 car, still in motion, heat number 1 tonight. I'm no mechanical expert, but that's not a good sign. You've got the 23 car, again that's the 23 car is Sissy Cohen of Uricksville. And the 22, Shannon Bowler from Tusky. The 91, Jeremy King from Uricksville. In the 19, Daniel Barker from New Philadelphia. Right now, the 23, the 22, and the 19 are still out moving. The 23, the 22, and the 19. Now, ladies, you get tired of seeing guys win about every one of these heats. Let's hear it for the 23 car, Sissy Cohen of Uricksville. Because you know when you're at home, you're the one that wears the pants in the family, despite what your husband may think. So it's Sissy and Daniel Barker meeting head on the north side of the Derby ring. That's 22 got it restarted. Shannon Bowler from Tusky. So it's 23, 22, and the 19. Battling for those top 3 spots, heat number 1 tonight. Now, in case you're a little bit slow, the 23 car, the pink one, that's Sissy. Got it in reverse right now. Bumps into the 22 car, that's Shannon Bowler from Tusky. Daniel Barker and the 19 from New Philly trying to get it restarted. Now remember, once a car stalls, they've got 2 minutes to get restarted or they are disqualified. 2 minutes to get it restarted. We got folks timing those from up here in the track tower. Sissy giving another rough tap to that 22 car. And they're both paying a little around our 2010 Air Demolition Derby, brought to you by J.D. Byrider in Dover. Now when we get to the part where you're looking at it right now from your great grandstand seat or on the grandstand track here at the Tuscarawas County Fair, what our judges will use to determine the winner. If 2 cars keep hitting each other and then they both stall out at the same time. Another nice shot from Sissy. Whoever has the last hit will be determined the winner. So Sissy sort of backs it up, puts it in reverse. Trying to find a place and get a little bit more momentum. you are not, if you're a driver in our second heat tonight, make sure you are at your car. So once we get the Derby ring cleared, we can get heat number 2 rolling just as quickly as possible. Actually, that's heat 1B if you got your sign-up form. So if you are a driver in heat 1B, make sure you are with your vehicle. Going to bring heat number 1A to a close tonight. We will give you our official results coming up momentarily, but ladies and gentlemen, here are your official results from heat number 1A at the 2010 Tuscarawas County Fair Demolition Derby. The top 4 finishers all get trophies, and the top 3 finishers finish in the money, finishing in 4th place. In the 91 car from Uricksville, Jeremy King. Finishing in 3rd in the 19, Daniel Parker from New Philadelphia. Finishing in 2nd place in the 22 car, Tuskegee Shannon Balder. And finishing in 1st place in that pink 23 from down in the Twin Cities. Congratulations to our heat number 1 winner, Sissy Cohen. We go with heat 1B tonight. In the 43 car, you'll see Huey Warner from Tuskegee. In the number 2 car, C.J. Stout from Newcomerstown. In the 44, also from the home of the Trojans, Taylor Brandon. In the 30 car, Dover's Dan Porter. In the 77 from Strasburg, Kyle Dickerhoof. In the 42, Frank Franzman from Newcomerstown. In the 21, Tim Wilhand. In the 42-14, Mike Riley from New Philly. In the 275, Nicholas Rosebuck from Newcomerstown. Kim Bolton, Chris Durbin in the 07. In the 6 car, George Foreman from Newcomerstown. In the 926, Kim Bolton, Joey Morris. In the 77, David Barnes from Waynesburg. In the 81 car, Kevin Meek from Lawrence. And in the 75, Eric Bennett. 15 drivers in the JD Byrider Heat 1B tonight. Are you ready for a second heat? Come on, you got to do better than that. Are you ready for a second heat? Get this final car in place. We'll slide the green light and away they will go. All 15 cars in the JD Byrider Heat 1B tonight. This is never a good sign. As you can see with your own eyes, they're going to roll around good in that JD Byrider Derby ring right now. We started with 15, we'll finish with the top 4 when it's all said and done in Heat 1B tonight. car stalls out. The driver has 2 minutes to get it restarted. And once the car does stop moving, one of our timers will have it on the clock. Here they go on the restart. In the 07, it's Chris Durbin from Tim Bolton. In the 43, Tusky Sue Warner. In the 44, Taylor Brandon from Newcomerstown. In the 77, Waynesburg, David Barnes. In the 926 from Tim Bolton, Joey Morris. Whether it's this heat 1B from JD Byrider or any of our heats at Derby Anston tonight, looking for the top 4 finishers. The top 3 finishers in each heat get trophy and prize money. Placer number 4 gets a very nice trophy as well. Cars in Heat 1A, 15 in this Heat 1B. All right, now we got 4 moving, and in that 43 car, Tusky Sue Warner trying to get it restarted, and we got some flames, so we're going to stop her up again here momentarily. And we're back at Heat 1B. You got the 926 of Joey Morris from Tim Bolton, the 77 car. That's Kyle Dickerhoof from Strasburg. The 43 car stopped, started, stopped again. That's Taylor Warner from Tusky. Got your eyes locked on to the JD Byrider Heat 1B tonight, the second of many here in the Tuscarawas County Fairgrounds. Thanks for stopping by. You see the 77 car wheeling around the east side of the Derby ring. That's David Barnes from Waynesburg. David got it in reverse now, going to pump into the 07 car. Chris Durbin from Tim Bolton. Chris going to take that car back down 77 tonight to Tim Bolton on 77. So he's hoping for not too much further damage. The 77, that's Waynesburg David Barnes in the 07 car. So it's the 43 car. Tusky Sue Warner. The 07, Tim Bolton, Chris Durbin. they've got two 77s, but only one of them's running. We'll let you know which one it is, well, just as soon as we know. We have Huey Warner fans from Tusky out there. And Huey trying to get her done. How about Tim Bolton fans for Chris Durbin in the 07? So 3 cars fighting for one top spot in E1B tonight. It's the 07 car of Tim Bolton's Chris Durbin and the 77 car. The 77 car about to lose the driver's side rear tire. Just sort of hanging on for dear life on that rim. That's David Barnes in the 77. So it's David Barnes from Waynesburg in the 77. And the 07 car, Chris Durbin from Tim Bolton. So those two battles for the top spot. He's 1B tonight, a service of J.D. Byrider. The 43 car, Huey Warner from Tusky, got it restarted. You could see went bashing into the back end of the Chris Durbin car. Everybody getting those cars moving. They stop, moving and stop, moving and stop. As we were explaining to you back in Heat 1A, in a situation where you got cars moving and stopping, if both the cars were to stop simultaneously, that's a big word my Uncle Bobby taught me, but what that means is they stop at the same time, then whoever had the last hit would be declared the winner in that situation. Right now it's the 77 and the 07. The 77 of Waynesburg's David Barnes, the 07 car. Ripping around the ring, Chris Durbin from Tim Bolton. The 77 and the 07 up on our northwest corner of the Derby ring. Battling for the 1 spot or the 2 spot. They come over near the ring wall right beside the track tower. David Barnes in the 77 from Waynesburg, the 07 car. Chris Durbin from Tim Bolton. As the Barnes car knocks into the Durbin car, Chris Durbin trying to get it restarted, and David Barnes comes around, taps him, one of those little taps on the passenger side. The 07 and the 77. Heat 1B tonight is JD Byrider's Demolition Derby, the 2010 Tuscarawas County Fair. Chris Durbin desperately trying to get it restarted in the 07. Can't do it right quickly. He'll be out, and the 77 car will be our winner. Want to remind all our drivers, heat number 2, if you're not already there, head to your vehicles. Again, all our drivers in heat number 2, head to your vehicles so we can get that next Derby heat ready to go. And that is going to bring our second heat, Heat 1B, to a close tonight. We'll give you your official results. The results from Heat 1B tonight. Finishing in 4th place in the 926 car from Kim Bolton, Joey Morris. Finishing in 3rd place in the 43 from down Tuscarawas, Huey Warner. Finishing in 2nd place in the 07 car from Kim Bolton, Chris Durbin. And finishing in the top spot in the 77 car out of Waynesburg, David Barnes. Time for JD Byrider heat number 2. Heat number 2 tonight. Another big number of cars in this heat number 2. 16 more of them for you tonight here on the Tuscarawas County Fairgrounds. You'll see in the 22 car, Nick Sabo from New Philly. In the 22A, Nathan Cutshaw from Sherridsville. In the OU812, Joe Crable from Dover. New Philly, Keegan Jones in the 44. In the 5, James Cutshaw from Summerdale. In the 13, Dover's Jimmy Harrison. In the 88 car, Bobby Gibbons from Zanesville. In the 12, Mark Phillips from Urickville. Also from the Twin Cities in the 568, Mike Reynolds. In the 67, Joseph Hunsberger from Urickville. Dundee's Eric Slider in the 17. 41 car of David Jones from New Philadelphia. 14 New Philly, C.J. Stout. In the 416 Cora Fonsman from Urickville. In the 3 cars, Melissa Page from New Philadelphia. And then in the DSD 13, in heat number 2 tonight, the 2010 Tuscarawas County Fair Demolition Derby from JD Byrider in Dover. Battling for the top 4 spots. Spots 1 through 4 all get trophy. Spots 1 through 3 drive out of the derby ring with prize money. 16 battling for 4 tonight in heat number 2 of the Demo Derby. momentarily. We'll recap who we got still moving around the Derby ring. Some folks have already timed out. Others are on the clock. In the DSC 13, Doug Hugheslow from Janadenhart. In the 88 car from Janesville, Bobby Gibbons. In the 5, it's James Cutshaw from Summerdale. In the 22A, Nathan Cutshaw from Sherrottsville. In the 416, Coral Franzman from Uricksville. In the 14, C.J. Stout from New Philly. Started with 16 in this JD Byrider heat number 2. That number already significantly trimmed down. In the 67 car, just getting restarted, Joseph Hunsberger from Uricksville. From Summerdale with it in reverse, hitting the 67 of Joseph Hunsberger of Uricksville. In the 416, you got your eyes locked on Coral Franzman from Uricksville. Will the ladies win for the second time in 3 heats? Ladies, you always hear the guys say, it's the lady driver, it's the female driver. The ladies are getting close to winning 2 of the first 3 heats. So ladies, you can cheer Cora on. She's right in the middle of the Derby ring. You see that 416? The car's sort of a maroon color, whipping around the middle of those 4, 5, 6 cars already stalled out in the Derby ring. And we got a stoppage with some flamage out to the Derby ring. Again, all our drivers in heat number 3, please report your vehicles, get lined up and ready to go. So here's who we got going in the 5 car right now. All black car with the white 5 painted on the back and the top of the car. That's James Cutshaw from Summerdale. Right near the top of the Derby ring, that's Cora Franzman in the 416. So Cora's in the 416 trying to join Sissy Cohen in the winner's circle for the ladies tonight. We just has got two right now. It's the 5 car, that's James Cutshall, the 416 car, Cora Franzman from Uricksville, and looks like right at this very moment, Tito, both of them trying to get him up restarted. The 5 and the 416. James Cutshall got it restarted, and James going to go and tap the passenger front side of Cora's car. And now Cora got it restarted, backs up, but not a whole lot of room for Cora to go. Sort of sandwiched in between the Zebra Mobile there at number 14. Trying to position herself, back up, going to get a hit on the 5 car, so if neither one can get them moving again, she would have the last hit. Right now she's doing the do-si-do with the Zebra car, which is unoccupied. James got it restarted in the 5 car, so it's James Cutshall in the 5, Cora Franzman in the 416, and James going to come over and put a hit on the front passenger side of Cora's 416. Guys, certainly you can be more vocal than the ladies, because I've heard you out at events like this before. You don't want the ladies winning again for the second time in 3 heats, guys. Let's hear it for the 5 car, James Cutshall. Oh, guys, that's weak. That is weak. The ladies, let's hear it for the 416, Cora Franzman. Guys, you are pathetic. The 5 car of James Cutshall, the 416 of Cora Franzman. Right now, Cora sandwiched between that Zebra car and the 5 car of James Cutshall, and trying to find a little bit of separation. They both have that right now. James, however, over on the wall, got it in reverse, going to go looking for Cora's car, and James again sort of hits in that mid-passenger side of the Cora 416 Mobile. The 5 and the 416 battling for the top spots in our heat number 2. Again, one final reminder, our drivers in heat number 3. Drivers in heat number 3, if you're not already at your vehicles, please report immediately there so we can get heat number 3 underway following this heat 2. It's the 416. Backing over there to the east wall, or driving over to the east wall and backing into Cora's car. Byrider heat number 2 tonight. Finishing in 4th place in that Pittsburgh Steelers number 12. From Uricksville, Mark Holt. Finishing in 3rd place in the 22A, Nathan Cutshall. Finishing in second place in the 4.16, a Derby rookie. Congratulations on that second place finish, Cora Franzman from the Twin Cities. And finishing in the top spot in heat number 2 tonight in the 5 car out of Summerdale. Congratulations to James Hutshaw. Heat number 3, 17 cars. In the third heat tonight, in the 406 car, Justin Reneker from New Philadelphia. In the 777, you'll see Jeff Huss from Dover. In the 22 Grenadian, Steve Schuff. In the 52, Rick Kutshaw from Sherridsville. In the 747, Todd Schuff from New Philly. In the 02, Carl Gerber from Dover. In the 70 car, Urickville's Vince Abel. In the 69, Summerdale's Mike Rainsberg. In the 691, Tyler Boystock from Urickville. And Daryl McMillan in the 75. In the 66-48 from New Philadelphia, Jan McIntyre. In the 551, Richard Amstein from Canton. In the X car, Doug Windland from Urickville. In the 70X, Ray Kindlesberger from North Canton. In the 45, Bobby Nelson, Dover. In the 45X, Cody Stahl, Newcomerstown. And in the 46, Guy Stahl, Newcomerstown. 17 cars on our JD Rider. Heat number 3 tonight. Tuscarawas County Fair Demolition Derby to round out the 2010 edition of the fair. Up and over that west derby wall just beyond the track tower. saw the 551 car of Richard Anstein of Vantage. So you've certainly seen in the early going of heat number 3 tonight. Lots of smashing and crashing and bashing. As 16 cars battle for one of our top 4 spots. 16 battling for one of the top 4. Looking at the hardest hit of our heat so far tonight. Several Derby veterans in the ring in this bad boy. The 747 of Todd Shup nearly getting driven up and out of the Derby ring. Right near the Derby ring entrance. Todd in that big old red station wagon. But as big as that battle boy is, Todd still got it running. Todd Shup in the red 747. Steve Shup in the black and yellow 22. Steve right now button head. Right over near the Derby ring entrance with the 52 car of Rick Cutdahl from Sherridsville. In the 6648, Dan McIntyre from New Philadelphia. See Jan running right down the lower part of the ring in reverse. Started with 16 and heat number 3, and already that number probably trimmed at about a half. Up there in the northwest corner of the Derby ring, you see the black and yellow 22 of Steve Shup. Meanwhile, you saw the 747 of Todd Shup, the red station wagon, go banging into the 75 car. Now rolling the red 45, Bobby Nelson from Dover. The 75 car is Daryl McMillan from Canton. We got Steve Schupp in the 22, Todd Schupp in the 747, Canton's Daryl McMillan in the 75, Dover's Bobby Nelson in the 45, trying to work his way out of that southeast corner of the Derby ring. Getting dangerously close to the top four. Here in heat number 3 tonight, Tuscarawas County Fair aboard Demolition Derby, brought to you by J.D. Byrider. McMillan from Canton, the 75, Steve Schupp in the 22. In the middle of the ring right now, McMillan making most of the contact as they go front end to front end. I want to remind all the drivers in heat number 4, all our heat 4 drivers, please report to your vehicles. All the drivers for heat number 4, please report to your vehicles so we can get you ready to rock and roll into the Derby ring when this heat number 3 is no longer in action. Drivers for heat number 4, please report to your vehicles if you have not already done so. Results. Finishing in 4th place in the 45X car. That was the red 45. It was the 45X. Cody Stoll from Newcomerstown. Finishing in 3rd place in the 747 New Phillies, Todd Schupp. Finishing in 2nd place in the 22 Jadaden, Steve Schupp. And taking on the top spot in heat number 3 tonight from the folks at J.D. Byrider, West 3rd Street in Dover, in the 75 car, Daryl McMillan from Canton. Here come our trucks at heat number 4 tonight in the 111 Tom Genova of Dover. In the 18, you'll see Corey Byers from New Philly. In the 77, Derby veteran from Dundee, Ron Philibom. In the 00 from Dundee, Larry Philibom. In the 521 and a half, John Wisman from Jewett. And the 13, Brenda Whitman from New Philly. And the 5 1/2, Kelly Whitman from New Philly. And in the 36, or 3C, David Carter from New Philadelphia. Heat number 4 from JD Byrider, truck heat tonight. Heat number 4 underway right now. Number 4, the truck heat tonight. Not take too long for a number of these trucks to have a hard time getting rolling around the Derby ring. We'll tell you who is rolling around so you can keep track of in the grandstand seats. In the 521 1/2, it's John Whitman from Jewett. In the 111, Conchita Nova from Dover. In the 3C, David Carter from New Philadelphia. 111 of Tom DeGenova of Dover. The 5:21.5 of John Whitman from Jewett. The 3C of David Carter from New Philly. Got the light. And back into truck heat number 4 action. Here's who we got remaining. In the 5:21.5, it's John Whitman from Jewett. In the 3C, David Carter from New Philadelphia. And Tom DeGenova of Dover in the 111 trying to get it restarted right in the middle of the Derby ring. Trying to place for you the top 4 in this number 4 tonight. David Carter, see the 5:21.5, John Whitman of Jewett. That was a 3C, David Carter, and the New Philly vehicle hitting the 5:21.5 of John Whitman from Jewett.
He waits off.
That is going to bring your heat number 4, the truck heat, to a close tonight. Heat number 4 tonight, finishing in 4th place in the 18 from New Philadelphia, Corey Byers. Finishing in 3rd place in the 111, Dover's Tom DeGenova. In 2nd place in the 5:21.5 from Jewett, John Whitman. And finishing in 1st place in the 3C, David Carter from New Philadelphia. number 5 tonight. In the 18, Chad Miller from Zanesville. In the 17, out of the beautiful village of Dundee, Eric Whited. And the 107, Dover's Ryan Rufner. In the 719, Timothy Burkhart from Delroy. In the 529er, Aaron Pensy from Kilbuck. In the 43, Fort Otto Palilli. In the 41, Brian Wilham from Carrollton. And in the X22, Dave Sickafoose from Waynesburg. Seven of them in the band each tonight. The 2010 Cup County Fairboard Demolition Derby proudly brought to you by J.D. Byriders, 3rd Street in Dover. David Sickafoose up and over the North Derby Wall ring. And David going to try and figure a way to get off that north side wall. Good luck on that. We've got the 18 of Chad Miller from Zanesville. Chad up in the northwest corner of the ring. The yellow van with the red 81 painted on top. That neon green 43, that's Otto Palilli from Fort. And the 107, Ryan Rufner from Dover. Ryan's got the black van with the orange numbering and lettering along the side. The white van with the Gales Recycling proudly displayed on the side. That's the 17 of Eric Whited from Dundee. That's Otto Palilli from Dover that nearly came up and over the Derby. We got a stoppage right now, a stoppage, as those who can get them restarted, and we'll tell you who we got still out there able to rock and roll in the Derby ring. In the 107, that's Ryan Rufner from Dover. Ryan in that black van with the orange lettering, the 107. In the yellow van, maybe you can see it, maybe you can, it's the red 81 painted on top from Zanesville. Chad Miller. And then Neon, green 43, Ports Otto Palilli. The other one we got out there, a white front, the red top, the 529 of Aaron Chancey at Bullbuck. We began with 7, battling for the top 4. You see the top 4 pretty much right in the middle of the Derby ring. The 107, the 529, the 18, that's the yellow van, and the 107. Top 3 finishers and each tonight get a trophy and prize money, with the 4th place finisher also receiving a trophy. Right now you got the 107, and that's Ryan Rooster from Dover, locked up with that 18 from Chad Miller. Probably can't see him from all that smoke and dust flying up. Now it's the 43 of Otto Palilli banging it into the back of the Rupner van, and all 3 of them tied up and being dragged around the ring. A little fling your partner around and around. You know you like that. The only one who's moving is not tied up in that mess is the 529 of Aaron Chancey from Kilbuck, and now the 18 of Chad Miller from down Zanesville, where he breaks free from what had been a trio, now down to a duo locked up, and Otto Palilli and Ryan Rupner backing into that South Derby wall right in front of your very grandstand eyes. Nice shot there, the 529 of Aaron Chancey from Kilbuck into Ryan Ripper's 107, and Ryan and Otto Palilli continue to be attached at the backside. Another good shot from Chancey 529 to the 107 of Ryan Rupner, but it seems like no matter how much angle of banging is done, Rupner's 107 not going to break free from the Palilli 43. Van heat number 5 tonight, the 2010 Tuscarawas County Fair Board Demolition Derby. Brought to you by the folks at JD Byrider, West 3rd Street in Dover. That will bring heat number 5, our van heat, to a close tonight. And here are your official results. Finishing in 4th place, In the 18 van from Zanesville, Chad Miller. Finishing in third place in the 107 from Dover, Ryan Rufner. Finishing in second place, driving the 43 from Port Washington, Otto Palilli. And taking home the top spot on our JD Byrider heat number 5 tonight in the 529 from Kilbuck, Aaron Chansey. Heat number 6 tonight in the 31 car, Dennis Griffith from Bolivar. In the 23, you'll see Steve Schuff from Janaden. In the 70, Teddy Boitnott from Uritzville. The 28-29, Carl Corner from Cambridge. In the 00, Dennison's Corey Downing. In the X24, Todd Stickapoo from Sparta. And in the 625, Joe Young from Canton. Ladies and gentlemen, your JD Byrider, heat number 6 tonight. The 2010 Tuscarawas County Fairboard Demolition Derby. Battling for the top 4 spot. The 51 driven upset over the Derby wall on the east side of the ring. Called this upset over that east Derby wall ring. That's the X24 top from East Sparta. Everybody else still flying around the Derby ring. Obviously, you can see when there are fewer competitors in here, a lot more room to run around and build up some speed. And get into the hanging and the banging of Derby action tonight. And now we're down to 6 battling for the top 4 spot. The top finisher in each heat getting $200 in a trophy. The second place finisher, $100 in a trophy. Your third place finishers get 50 smackaroos in a trophy. The fourth place contender in each heat with a trophy as well. Right now, 6 battling for those 4. The fifth are flying around in the 31. That's Dennis Griffith from Bolivar. In the 00, Corey Downing from Denison. In the 70, Teddy Boitnott from Cambridge. Teddy Boycott apply a big shot. So you've got the 70 of Teddy Boycott from Yorksville, the 23 of Grenadian Steve Shump, and the 00 of Corey Downing of Denison. We got 2 on the wall, 2 stalled out, and 3 rolling. Shump in the 23, Boycott in the 70, and Downing in the 00. Want to remind our drivers for heat number 7, attention all drivers for heat 7. Please report to your vehicles, all drivers in heat number 7. Please head to your vehicles if you have not already done so, and we'll get you ready to go for that 7th heat coming up following our debut by rider heat number 6 tonight. Eddie Boycott from Yorksville in the 70, Steve Shupp from Canadian in the 23, and Corey Downing from Denison in the 00. The December half of Steve County well represented as Steve double teamed and driven up and onto that east wall, and tied up over there is the 00 Corey Downing, and now Teddy Boycott scouted and drive, got sort of surveying the situation and figure out who it's to his best benefit to hit. Teddy hit the 00, Corey Downing. So right now, Teddy Boycott looking in pretty good shape, but nobody else can go anywhere. Corey Downing trying to shake free from Steve Shump in that wall area over there. Now Steve Shump trying to bounce up and get off that, and now Steve getting driven right back up and on to the wall as if he was not already done so. Boycott and Shump go head to head as Steve finally got off that wall. Right now, it looks like they're locked up at the front ends, and from heat number 6 tonight, finishing in 4th place in the 31 car from Bolivar, Dennis Griffith. Finishing in 3rd in the 00, Denison's Corey Dowling. Finishing in 2nd place in the 2-3, Steve Shupp. And finishing in 1st place in heat number 6 tonight from J.D. Byrider in the 70 car from Uricksville, Teddy Boitnar. Ladies and gentlemen, heat number 7 tonight. Heat number 7 featuring 9 drivers in the 3H. Jimmy Harrison from Dover. In the 86, Richard Hambleton from New Philadelphia. In the 105, Chuck Gerber from Dover. In the 69, Sean Craven from Dunedin. In the 199, Kyle Gruel of New Philadelphia. In the 99, Jason Gruel from Dover. In the 76, Dover's Nick Connor. In the 11-8, Zach Hoffman from Baltic. And in the 14, Robert Singh of Dover. Ladies and gentlemen, your J.D. Byrider heat number 7. That restart coming your way in heat number 7 tonight. We'll tell you who's still out there rocking and moving around in the derby ring. In the 86, that's the black truck with the orange lettering and numbering. 86, Richard Hambleton from New Philadelphia. In the 105, that's another black truck with orange lettering and numbering. The 105, Chuck Gerber from Dover. In the 199, Kyle Gruel from New Philadelphia. In the 76, Nick Connor from Dover. bunch of them up in one corner. One of them, the 199, Kyle Grewell breaks the win. So Kyle in reverse goes ripping into the 86 of Richard Hamilton from New Philly. And again, Grewell in reverse. Doing destruction as he goes. That time he hit the 76 to Nick Connor, and now Connor comes the other way and gets Kyle Grewell back. Truck heat number 7 tonight. Truck heat number 7 from JD Fire Rider. 9 started this heat, 4 will finish among our placers. The 99 of Jason Grewell of Dover, the 199 of Kyle Grewell of Philadelphia. The 76, that Dover 6 Connor trying to get her restarted, and right now the Grewell boys going at it. Jason in the 99, Kyle in the 199. Chasing each other. Now Kyle in reverse knocks Jason partially out of that wall, but Jason quickly breaks away and comes looking for Kyle. Kyle Grewell in the 199, Jason Grewell in the 99, and those are our only 2 trucks moving right now out on this Derby ring. Heat number 7. 99 and the 199. Kyle driving Jason over toward that Derby ring east wall and partially up and onto the wall. Heat number 7, finishing in 4th place in the 105 from Dover, Chuck Gerber. Finishing in 3rd place in the 76, Nick Connor from Dover. And the Gruel brothers battling it out for the top spot in 2nd place in the 99, Kyle. And finishing in the top spot in the 199. In 2nd place in the 99, it was Jason Gruel, in the top spot in the 199, Kyle Gruel. Our top tonight in the 76 car, Aaron McMillan from Canton. In the 553, Chad Edwards from Canton. In the 79, Canton's Jim Martin. And following in the 43 from Waynesburg, Andy Larkin. JD Byrider, heat number 8 tonight. From Canton, and the 76, Aaron McMillan from Canton. In the 43, Waynesburg, Andy Larkins, and in the 79, Jim Martin from Canton. In the 553, that's caught up on the wall trying to shake her off. Meanwhile, the 76, the 33, and the 79. Putting on a show for you in the middle of the Derby ring. Our 8th and final regular heat tonight. And following this, we got the street brawl coming up for you. Right now, the 43 of Andy Larkins of Waynesburg chasing around the 76. Well, Aaron McMillan of Canton, and now Jim Martin of Canton, the 79's got to move it again. Those three boys go round and round. Right now, Andy Larson trying to get it restarted in the blue 43. That leaves us in the middle of the ring with the 76 of Aaron McMillan of Canton and the 79 of Jim Martin from Canton. So it's the 76 and the 79. So it's the two area 10 guys battling out for the top spot in team number 8. 79 car of Jim Martin, the 76 car of Aaron McMillan. Which one will finish out on top, and the free-for-all coming up following that. Locked up with one another. The question is, can they break away from each other? The 79 and the 76. Our final regular heat tonight, and the free-for-all to follow with the 2010. There comes to a close. In the 553, Chad Edwards from Canton. In third place in the 43, Andy Larkins from Waynesburg. Finishing in second in the 79, Canton's Jim Martin. And finishing the top spot in this JD Byrider, heat number 8 tonight in the 76 car, Aaron McMillan. In the JD Byrider free-for-all to close out our 2010 Derby tonight, Corey Pringle from Strasburg in the 878. Richard Anstein from Canton in the 5.51. The 3, Kurt Haggerty of New Philly. John Baker from Massillon in the 69. Bobby Nelson from Dover in the 45. Nick Sabo from New Philly in the OU812. Johnny Paline from Delroy in the 915. Justin Miniker from New Philadelphia in the 406. Canton Daryl McMillan in the 75. C.J. Scout from Newcomerstown. In the 08, Vince Abel from Denison in the 70. Eric Whited from Dunn Erickson from Yorkville in the B1. Andy Larson from Waynesburg in the 77. And in our second 75, it's Eric Bennett from Canton. So, in our final Jersey Byrider Heat Velvet Night. Well, we got somebody who lost a tire to tie rod already. Driver's going to walk away with about a 6-foot trophy and a whole lot of cash in hand. Battling for one top spot. 550 bighorns up for grabs. Grooving in this JD Byrider Free for All final heat tonight. In the 45, Bobby Nelson from Dover. Bobby Nelson from Dover in the 4-5. In the 77, Andy Larson from Windsor. There is 75, Derek Bennett from Canton and Daryl McMillan from Canton. In the 5.51, Richard Einstein from Kansas. Daniel Harris from Yorkville in the B1 at that dark colored car, backing up at the 77. Very lightly cleared in primer, B1 up on top. We're still out there and going at it. All these folks battling for one spot. A big old trophy. I mean a big old trophy and $550 in cash. First place, all that's yours. Second place, you don't get nothing. Richard Einstein from Canton to 551. John Baker from Massillon in the 69. In the 77, Waynesburg, Andy Larkin. In the B1 from Yorkville, Daniel Heron. Our 75 still out there. Cannon Sims, Eric Bennett. Everybody battling for that one top spot. And a fantastic finish to their night of the 2010 Tuscarawas County Fair. Demolition Derby. That same list of suspects still rolling around the ring, all trying to finish on top, because that's the only position that stays in the JD Byrider winner-takes-all final heat tonight. The B1 of Yorkville, Daniel Heron. Daniel in that dark car with the silver, a primer painted B1. The 77. Larkin from Waynesburg. One of our 75s still out there and moving. The other 75 trying to get her restarted. So Daniel Heron in the B1 in the 77 car. Waynesburg's Andy Larkin. You see the 275 side by side now, the red one and the white one. Who is who, we don't know. The white 75 trying to get her restarted and does and stops. Andy Larson from Waynesburg in the 77 looking real good right now. Andy's got it in reverse. Both our 75s trying to survive. One of those 75s is Daryl McMillan from Canton, the other Eric Bennett from Canton. Looking for one of the three still rolling around, fluttering around to finish on top. '77 and '75. At this point, the lone two cars remain to make contact. Both over on the East Derby ring wall and now the other 75 just through in here, applies a pop to both of them. 77, Andy Larson moves it around, pops them, and now Andy going to run over toward the Derby ring entrance, put it in reverse, and go searching for either one of those other remaining 75s. Andy Larson from Waynesburg again approaching the Derby entrance. Andy trying to finish on top of that JD Byrider. $550 free for all. We are down to the red 75, and Andy Larson's in the 77, the green. That trip home to Waynesburg would be a lot nicer with $550 and that gigantic trophy that won't fit in what was the back end of that 77 car. Andy continuing to do damage. This JD Byrider free-for-all, the final event of our 2010 fair run. That is going to bring our JD Byrider winner-takes-all free-for-all to a close. Congratulations to the man finishing on top of that green 77 car from Waynesburg, Andy Larson.